Okay guys, welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make a sketch. Now for a vector art, you need your line art first. That's the sketch before you move on to the coloring stage. So I hear people complain a lot about not having a nice sketch, their sketch being rough and all that. So today I'm going to be showing you basically how I go about my own sketch. So stick with me to the end of the video and I hope this helps. So as you can see, we are in Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. This is Adobe Illustrator CC 2018. So if you have a lower version or a higher version, I think it might slightly be different, but it's still the same thing, just a little bit improvement for the higher version. So that's just it. So we want to create a new artboard. So how do you do that? You either come here or you go to file, new, depending on the version you're using. So let's just go to file, new. Okay, so it brings up a dialog like this. We need a square artboard. So for me, I use 2000 by 2000. So as you can see, these are the dimensions I've been using to work. So let's just pick this. You can always adjust it here. Make sure pixels is selected. Number of artboard, we want just one. Leave this at 0. So you want to give it a name. So just type that. You can give it any name you want. So once that is set, you create your artboard. Okay. So your workspace might look a bit different from mine. So this is how mine looks. So I'm holding space bar. You click and you drag to move the artboard. So space bar, hold it down, you click and drag. So you guys can always follow up. So now I want to import our picture. There are many ways to do it, but me, I just drag my picture into Illustrator. So you go over to your file explorer, locate the picture where you have it. So just click, come over to Illustrator. When you get to Illustrator, hold, you see something like this, you move into Illustrator and you leave it. So to zoom out, Control minus or CMD minus on the Mac. So now I want to resize. To do this, you hold Shift and alternate so that when you drag, it moves out uniformly. Now if I should just drag out, you see the picture is kind of distorted. So Ctrl Z to undo that. Hold Shift and alternate to drag out. So it's uniform. We just need the head. Let's take that down a bit. So you can always resize the way you want. You adjust that. So we just need the head. Now focus on this place. This is the head we need. So you check the distance here, distance here, distance here, distance here. So when you get the perfect distance that you want, okay, let's go with this. So might want to reduce the opacity a little bit, let's say 90. So you lock the layer, you create a new layer. Now the next thing to do, remember, if you want to move the artboard around, hold space bar. You can always adjust it the way you want. Now I use a graphic tablet, a pen tablet if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't have a screen actually. So if you're using a mouse, it might be kind of difficult. By the end of the day, you achieve the same result. So now we want to create our brush. Now I usually use an art brush. I don't use a calligraph brush. So it's very simple. I'll just walk you through how I do it, but there is a link in the description on how to go about it. But I'll just kind of do it in a fast way. So you come over to your ellipse tool, click and hold, then you come over to your ellipse tool. Now you make a circle like this. This is kind of an ellipse, something like this. Now you come over, click, lock, sorry, lock. We need a black fill with no stroke. So just swap this, a black fill, no stroke. There is no stroke, this means no stroke. So you come over to your pen to click and hold, come to your anchor point to click the edge, click this point. Now go over to your move tool, open up your brush panel. Now if you can't find this, come over to Windows, brush. So click, drag it into your brush panel. Now you see this, choose art brush. Okay, now you can name your brush whatever you want. Change this to tint, and this is just for you, just for you to be able to select any color you want, because if you don't change this to tint, it will maintain this color here, which is black. So you might want to maybe pick another color and kind of draw. So this will restrict you, so change it to tint. Okay, so delete this. So let's zoom out. Now we just remember I said I'll be walking you through the sketch. Maybe in the next tutorial I'll show you how to go about the coloring phase. So it's time to sketch. So basically the three tools I use for my sketch is the pen tool, I rarely use that, the brush tool, and the pencil tool. Now along the line I will give you some tips on how to use this tool, but if you want a full tutorial on how to use each of those tools, let me know in the comment section and I will make a video on that. So you want to start sketching. Now you go over to your brush tool, select the brush you just created. So let's zoom in, Control plus. This is the hand tool for you to be able to move around, but you can't always come here and move around, so that's why you have the shortcuts to help you. This is the zoom tool, so if you feel you can be doing this, fine. If you can use the Control plus, fine too. So whichever suits you, you can stick with that. So back to what I was saying, go over to the brush tool, select your brush you just created. Now let's start. You can start anywhere you want. For me, I usually start with the eyes, so just move your way. Okay, now you can always adjust the stroke if you feel okay it's too tiny or it's too thick, so you can always rotate it to your desired angle. So if you want to increase the stroke, come over here, the stroke panel. So let's try 2. If you feel 2 is okay for you, fine. For me, I'll stick with 1. So let's zoom in. Remember to move around, you hold down the space bar and click and drag. So just kind of work your way through. Okay, I think this is off. Go over to your move tool. Let me just adjust the select both. Let's push it in a little bit. Yeah, I think this is much better. Now I don't like this. I want to adjust it. Zoom in. with your move tool, hold Control, click. It selects that, hold Control. This is the anchor point I want to adjust, so click it and drag it kind of down. Want to adjust this, click, drag. Okay, I think that's much better. Okay, go over to this with your brush tool selected, still do the same thing. Okay. So basically, whatever you feel you need to sketch, any part you feel is very important, you have to include it in your sketch. So you don't have to be perfect, you just need practice. So that's not so good. Just okay, it's awful. Yeah, I think this is better. So you mustn't get it with the first one, you can always adjust. So I think I kind of like this, but here needs a little adjustment. Click, drag. So okay, now here, go back to your brush tool. That looks nice. We change that to fill. I want this to black. Control. Remember, you can interchange tools. Control. This is the pen tool. Click. Take it back. Okay. Let me adjust that. Sorry, brush tool. So you change it to fill. Okay, so this is the layers panel. You can toggle the visibility. You can switch this off so you can see the sketch you've made. Remember, this is on top, so go to the mouth. With a mouse it might be kind of difficult, but you just have to work your way through it. Okay, now if you notice, I did not draw it here. No, if you do it, it makes the mouth look a little bit bigger. So kind of bring your hand low and draw. So likewise here, I want to do this. No, very wrong. This is the actual lips. So okay, go over to the move tool. You can always adjust. So I feel I need an anchor point here so I can be able to adjust this. So you go over to your pen to art, over to your move tool, click. You can always adjust anywhere you feel it's not the way you want it to be. You're free to adjust. So if you zoom out, okay, feel I'm missing something. Now watch the way the lips moved this way. So make sure you're in the move tool. Remember, this is just the sketch, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always adjust till you get what you want. the sketch is going to determine how your picture is going to look. So if your sketch is not nice, definitely your picture is going to look awkward. So we've gotten this. You adjust, adjust, just. Now we'll still come back to this. So okay, let's see how far we've gone. Wow. Okay, our sketch is coming together. Okay, let's go to the ear. So so once you move this in, you can always adjust, don't forget. So I think I want the ear to be a little bit thicker than this because that's like the edge of the face. So let's increase this to 2. Yeah, I think two works fine for me. Yeah, so you have to draw the sketch for the ear. Now this is where you have to be careful. The more you use line art for some places, it makes your picture look rough. So you have to be very careful when you're adding line art to the ear and some part of the face. So this is basically where we need this too. Okay, that's not nice. We need this too. We need this. We need this. So I would suggest you probably get a very clear picture and kind of look at the way the ear is. So this. Okay, one more please. Okay, sorry I had a bit of an interruption. So back to what I was saying. So for the ear, yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Okay, so let's get this. Okay. So let's move it out a bit. Yeah, this fits. So for me here, I love to use the okay, let's get the eyebrow ready first. With your brush tool. So there are many ways to do this. Okay. So brush tool shows the direction of the eyebrow. So this is too much for me. So I'll reduce the stroke, probably 0.5, yeah. So I'm kind of paint my way. So it doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to like, you know. So I'll reduce this and kind of complete it. So like I said, you don't have to be a pro, you can just take your time and kind of go around and practice. I think this is nice. Just add a few here. So let's move that back to 0.5. Kind of, it's not difficult, just choose. Okay, looks so okay, we're almost done with that. There are many ways to go about this, so it doesn't necessarily have to be this way. This is how I do mine. So that looks small. Let's add. So now I want to show you something. Like if you don't want to do it this way, let me select this. Just move it out of the way. Now you can use the pencil tool. So the pencil tool. Now double click on it. I want to show you a little trick. See this fidelity and accuracy and the smoothness. Let me just show you a trick. When you reduce this to the lowest, it simply means you're in total control of the tool and anything you do will go the way it is. Okay, let's just make something like this. Watch as I get to the last place. You see a circle means it's going to become a closed shape. Now as I release, if you notice, see the way the thing is exactly the way I did it. So if I should fill, let's just swap this. It's now filled with black but with no stroke. So with your move to, let's select. So you see the way it looks. Okay, let's delete that. Go back to our pencil to double click on it. Now let's increase this to the highest. Now this means you have less or no control over the tool. So basically what Illustrator will try to do is to kind of make the stuff, the sketch, or make it, try to make it a very smooth shape, thereby reducing the number of anchor points, and the lesser the anchor point, the more smooth it's going to be. So let me just show you. Let's just watch what happens. Less anchor point. Let me go back and show you this. So if you feel you want Illustrator to do the controlling for you, so let me select both so you can see. Select, hold Control and click. Hold Control and click. You see the number of anchor points. Control, click. You see the number of anchor points. I'm still holding down Control. So for me, what I love to do, double click, I put it in the middle. So if I wanted to join this that way, probably I would have gone okay. Just here, fill it with black, then use your brush to kind of do the finishing touch. You can always reduce the brush stroke size if you feel it's too much. And kind of, I don't know if you get me, so that's it. I really need to make this snappy. So let's move that back. Add a few more. Yes. Okay. So that's it. Let's check our sketch. Wow, looks nice already. So okay, let's start it this place. So go over to your pencil tool. Now for me, look at my settings. Remember to click this, keep selected, and edit selected part, sorry, so that even when you stop, you can continue. So so I'm not actually taking my time. This is a tutorial, so I'm being kind of fast. So I won't make it length. Kind of make it. So I want to fade there. Okay, so let's fill it with black. So okay, looking nice already. Now for the beard, kind of do the same thing. Go back to this, click and continue. Now if you notice, I'm not doing it here. No, I'll use the brush to do the finishing. So I'm just kind of using the pencil tool to get the base ready first. So I want to use the brush to finish this place up. So notice what I'm doing. I did not take it here. I'll use the brush to do that. So okay, fill that black. Pen tool, hold Control, click this out. Okay, so our beard is halfway done. I go over to the brush tool. So just kind of paint our way out. So this is basically how I draw most of my beard. So I'll try to be a little bit faster so I don't bore you with a long video. So you now try to make it curve. So that's why I said like if you're using the mouse, it might be kind of difficult for you. So I'll actually make a tutorial on how to go about this with the pen tool. But just know it's going to take you, I think, a huge amount of time to actually achieve this. By the end of the day, you will come up with a similar result. So switch on the lights. You can see my face. Okay. With the brush tool. just need patience. Kind of make a curve so it doesn't look straight. So kind of make a curve. So remember to always save your work. So Control save. I forgot to mention that earlier. Control S, sorry. Put your file name, select the location, and hit save. Now it brings up a dialog. Yeah, leave it this way. So your work has been saved. Take care of all this. So go back to the brush. 0.25 won't go. So let's go back up to 1. Yeah. So kind of pinch your way down. So notice this. So we can just add. Let's increase the stroke too. Yeah, so it closes. Make sure it's overlapping something. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Just kind of paint over it. It's not that difficult. So put, so it looks like an actual hair. So paint on this. Okay, looking good. So we need to take care of this. So go over to the ellipse tool. Hold down shift so you have a perfect circle. Click and drag till when you get a desired shape, release. Go over to your move tool, kind of move this. Yeah, fits well. So we want to duplicate, hold down control and alternate. Click, drag. So you really, yeah, perfect. So you change that. This is stroke. Our stroke is black, fill is empty. So we want our stroke to be black. We want our fill to be black, sorry, and empty stroke. So now that we have this is too much, right? We need to get rid of some parts. So what do? You select all, just these three. Go over to your shape builder tool. Now when you hover around, you see something like a mesh, right? Hold alternate, you see minus, click, click. We don't need it. Same thing, you come over here with your move tool. Select these three, go over here, hold alternate, click, click. So I think our sketch is done. Hope I'm permitted to say that. Yeah, our sketch is ready. So we just need to add a few things. Okay. See, we missed this, so let's just do that with your pencil tool. Black. Go over to your brush tool. Let's just add a few strokes. Change that. Let's use 0.25. So 0.25. So this looks nice for me. Okay, hope I'm not missing out on anything. Okay. Okay. I usually use my pencil tool for it. So go back to your move tool. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. So our sketch is ready. So now is one final tip you need to know. Before you go over to the coloring stage, you need to make sure any shape, any place you're going to fill color is a closed shape. What do I mean? Now the face, we're going to fill color, so it has to be closed. The eyes, the mouth. So basically, if you're drawing the clothes, you have to take that into consideration too. So let's check. Go over to your zoom tool. Make sure this is closed. This doesn't look closed, right? So let's do something about that. Make sure it's closed, because if it's not, your color won't fill. So we've taken care of that. So for the hair, yes, the hair is okay, unlike this. So we'll take care of that. Okay. So with that done, we check. This is closed. Here is closed already. We already know. So I'll just work my way here. Okay, so let's check the lips. Let's check. This is intersecting, this is not. So go over to your move tool, click, track. Don't mind this, no wow. Okay, this looks nice, but let's try taking it up a bit. Try bringing this down. Okay, so the lips is okay, it's intersecting. So that's for the lips. This is too much. Let me reduce this to 2.5. So you check the eyes, make sure it's closed. When I mean closed, make sure the line, both the line or the shape, anything you're using to draw your eyes, make sure they are overlapping each other. So that's basically what I mean. Take this down small. So these two, so everything looks okay. This is overlapping. So that's basically all you have to check. So that's it, we're done with the sketch. So I hope this really helps. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to go about the coloring stage. So see you in the next tutorial.